And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and today I'm going to show you how to put on a short position as well as a stop loss on the Bitget exchange. So without further ado, let's jump in. So let's first start off with what you can short on the Bitget exchange. If you notice the top menu bar right here, you're going to see futures as the first option. It's got a hot sign right above it. And you'll notice that the first few options on this list is USDT-M futures, Coin-M futures, USDT-M demo, and Coin-M futures demo. So the last two accounts that you have here are just demo accounts. Okay, so for those of you who want to practice margin trading, this is your go-to spot. Alrighty. The first two options, however, are the two products that they have that you can actually put on a short position. Alright, so which is USDT-M futures and Coin-M futures. What's the difference? Well, USDT-M futures uses USDT as collateral versus Coin-M futures, where you can actually use Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and USDC as your underlying collateral. Now, I'll be explaining the difference between the two USDC-M futures as well as Coin-M futures in another video sometime in the future. I'll be including it in the playlist. However, for the sake of brevity, we're just going to stick to the Coin-M futures today. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and click on that. So now the first thing we're going to do is break this down into a step process, because before you place your trade, there's a few variables you're going to have to set. Okay, and those variables are going to be found on the right hand side of your screen. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to take my webcam thingamajig and just move it to the right just a bit. That way you can see the order card that is placed on the right hand side. Okay, now the first thing you're going to see is the order card, and right underneath that you're going to see margin ratio. Okay, as well as the next card is going to be defaulted at BTC assets. Now that is actually a drop down menu, because if I go ahead and click the arrow right next to that, you're going to see Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, XRP, and BGB. So these are all the coins that you can use as collateral. So before we place our trade, we first need to set in what coin are we using as our collateral. Now I only have Ethereum in my wallet, so all I can really pick from this list is Ether. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. So that's step number one. Make sure that you have the right collateral selected. Alright, now step number two in this process is, if you scroll up, you need to choose between cross margin and isolated margin. So now on the top left hand side of your order card, you're going to see cross highlighted in blue. Okay, if you go ahead and click on that, you're going to be presented with this pop-up asking you to select your margin mode. Do you want to trade using isolated margin or cross margin? Now, for the sake of this demonstration, we're going to be sticking to cross margin. However, if you want to choose isolated, you can go ahead and do so. If you're someone who doesn't know the difference between cross margin and isolated margin, and you want to know more on that, mention in the comment section below. Tell me that you need help with that, and I'll try and get out a different video just explaining the difference between isolated and cross margin. Okay, but for the sake of this, let's go ahead, pick cross, confirm. Okay, now the third step in this process is selecting your leverage. All right, that is a very important step. And the way you can do that is right on top of the order card, in the top right hand side of the order card, you're going to see leverage. Now my leverage multiple is currently at 5. However, yours is likely defaulted at 20x. You can go ahead and toggle that down or up based on your risk management system and your risk management variables. Alrighty, now with that, guys, let's jump into the second part of this tutorial, which is actually selecting the asset that you're looking to short. Alrighty, now to find what coins that you can actually trade on the Coin-M futures contracts, I want you to look at the top left-hand side corner of my screen. And you're going to see the Bitcoin USD ticker right here. If you go ahead and hover over that, you're going to be presented with a drop-down menu with other multiple pairings that you can trade. And by the way, guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to smash the like button and let me know if you want more of this in the comment section below. That way I'm encouraged to deliver more juice on the Bitget exchange. So I think it's worth mentioning that I'm actually forcing a short position right here, because the market is currently sitting at a juncture where coins are either breaking out or they're sitting smack on support. So we might be taking a bit of a loss here. However, to mitigate that loss, I will be using the Mango dashboard to see if I can gain a bit of edge on the trend. Okay, so for that, let's get on over to the Mango dashboard. Now, I'm currently on the dashboard. I've gone ahead and filtered out the coins based on all the coins I can short. So as you can see here, 12-hour time frame, we have a few options on here. Okay, let's go ahead and pick XRP for the sake of this demonstration. As you can see, guys, the trend is currently short on XRP. Short equals bearish. Now remember, to pick the asset that you are looking to trade here, just hover on the ticker on the top left-hand side corner of your screen and go ahead and pick the asset that you are looking to trade. Now for our demonstration, we're going to be picking XRP USD. So now the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and open up our short position. Now how do we do that? Well, on the second row of the order card, I want you to notice the two boxes that we have here. We have open and close, open being the default selection. We're going to leave it at that because we are looking to open a short position. What I really like about the Bitget exchange is that each action button is very self-explanatory. Right? You can go buy long, sell short, open, close positions. That's pretty cool about the exchange. So now once again, we're looking to open a short position, so I'm going to leave it at open. Now the third row over here is the type of orders you can execute. There's a limit order, market order, trailing stop, and trigger. So now I want you to focus on two because we're opening a position. I want you to focus on the limit order and the market order. Now limit order is an order that gets placed on the order book, okay, versus a market order that basically takes the first bid on the order book. Because we're selling short, it's essentially going to sell right into the buy side. Alrighty. Now, what's the difference? Well, limit orders, you incur maker fees. You're making liquidity for the exchange versus market orders where you're taking liquidity away from the exchange, wherein you actually incur taker fees. Now, taker fees are a lot more than maker fees. However, there's a way in which you can just reduce your fees altogether. And to do that, I want you guys to check out the link in the description below to the Bitget exchange. That link will essentially get you reduced fees, as well as you can get up to $8,000 in bonuses based on a tier reward system. Guys, those fees, they freaking add up. Now with that, let's go ahead and put on our short position. Enough chitter chatter. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and short XRP. Let's go ahead and short it at 32 cents. I'm going to go ahead and short 1,150 XRP. Okay, 1,150 XRP at 32 cents. Let's go ahead and place that short position. As soon as I hit sell short, it's going to give me this pop-up card that asks me to confirm my order. It's a limit order. Price I'm looking to open at is coming in at 32 cents. Current price is 31.92. Amount of XRP I'm looking to short is 1,150 XRP, and the margin that they are going to use from my wallet to put on this trade is 0.064 Ether. Am I okay with that? I'm great with that. Let's go ahead and hit confirm. Now, as you can see, my order has been placed on the order book. And how do I know that? Because you'll see a line on the chart here. It says open short position at 32 cents. Okay, now what's cool about this is I can actually move this up or down depending on what I want, right? I can go ahead, click on that order. You're gonna have to look at the little line on the far left hand side of that card right there, and you can actually move it around. So I can go ahead and set my order to maybe 33 cents, and it's going to give me this pop-up saying confirm. I'm going to be like, okay, confirm. But you can actually do that on the chart, which is a pretty nifty feature, right? So now once again, I'm going to go ahead and bring that back down to my 32 cent bid, 32 cents. I'm going to say confirm, and hopefully I get my bid. Let's see. As you can see on the bottom of my screen, I have this little card here. It says positions, following orders, open orders, and order history. If I go ahead and click on open orders, you'll see my order here for open short position on XRP USD. Alright, so my order just got executed on XRP USD. Now to figure out whether or not your order got executed, go on over to the positions tab. If I go ahead and click position, you'll notice that I now have an open short position on XRP USD. Now before we go over the nitty gritties of this position and what all this information means, let's go ahead and first set in our stop loss. Now to do that, I want you guys to look at the order card on the right hand side of my screen. Okay, now once again, we have on the second line, open and close. I want you guys to toggle on over to the close. Now to set in that stop loss, forget the limit, forget the market. I want you guys to focus on the trigger price. Go ahead and click on trigger. Okay, as soon as you go ahead and click on trigger, you'll be presented with this order card right here. It says trigger price, execute price, and amount. All right, now the trigger price is the price at which you say enough is enough. I am bleeding too much on this trade. I want to get out of this XRP USD short position. What price is that going to come in at? Now for me, I want to get out if price starts closing candles over this 32 cent reach. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to go ahead and enter those numbers right in. Now the highest, the wick on this candle was at 3218. I'm going to say 3219 and get me out of this position. All right, so now the execute price. Now the execute price is the price at which you actually get out of your trade at. Now because we have short sold XRP, to take our losses, we have to buy it back from the market, right? What price do we want to be buying it back at? Well, if my trigger price hits at 3219, I want to be buying it back at around 3215. So now to break this down in very, very simple English, what this is saying is that if price goes up to 0.3219 cents, get me out of my position. Get me out at a price that is either equal to or less than 0.3215 cents. All right. How much of my position am I looking to close out? I am looking to close out the entire position. And for me, that is 1,150 XRP. So now remember, we're in an open short position, and to close this short out, whether we're taking profits or even stopping our losses, we have to buy it back. Okay. To close that short, I want you to click on the close short button. Alrighty, now as soon as I do that, I'm presented with this pop-up that says this is going to be a trigger order. This is a close order. What is your trigger price? My trigger price is at 0.3219 cents. Trigger type is going to be a market price. And what is the price that my trade gets executed at? It gets executed at 0.3215. All right, and how much of my position am I looking to close out? I am looking to close out the entire thing, which for me is 1,150 XRP. Now I'm going to go ahead and click confirm. With that, you'll notice that I now have an open stop loss order on the chart, right? If you look at this region right here, it says close short at 0.3215, which is the trigger. Okay, now to see it for real, I want you to go ahead on over to your open orders tab right here. Okay, and right underneath this menu, there's another sub menu that says limit order, trailing stop, take profit, and stop loss order, and a trigger order. What we just placed was a trigger. Okay, so if I go ahead and click trigger, you'll see my stop loss position right there. Now, if you're looking to change your stop loss order, you may do so by just hitting on that little edit button right there next to trigger price. If I go ahead and hit that, I can now amend the stop loss order if you wish to do so. Now, I am not looking to amend anything, so I'm going to just go ahead and cancel this. But you can change your stop loss order from here if you're looking to do that. Okay. All right. So now that we've opened up our short position, plus we've set in a stop loss order for that open short position, let's go ahead and talk about some little pieces of information that you're going to have to keep your eyes on if you're looking to manage this trade. Okay, the first piece of information is your margin. Now, what is that, right? The margin is basically the amount of collateral you have put up on this specific trade. Now, the margin that I have put up on my specific trade is 0.64 Ethereum. Now, that margin, guys, is calculated based on my leverage multiple. Remember, I picked 5x. If you do anything greater than 5x, you can expect that margin to reduce significantly. Okay, that is essentially the amount of money that you have put up for the underlying trade. All right, now the second piece of information I want to draw your eyes to is your liquidation price. My current liquidation price is sitting at $1.75. What this essentially means is that if XRP goes up to $1.75, my entire account goes to zero. Okay, goes to one big fat zero. That is the price which you want to steer clear of, and that's why we have a protective stop loss order for us. Now, the third variable I want to bring your eyes to is actually your P&L. Okay, what you need to know about your P&L if you're trading on the CoinM futures contracts is that your P&L is going to be calculated based on the collateral you're using. Now, because I'm using Ethereum as my collateral, my P&L is going to be reflected in Ethereum. So you see this number right here? It's 0.000707 Ether. This is not USDT, not Bitcoin. This is in Ethereum. Your P&L is determined based on the collateral you are using. So now that we've gone over the position variables, I now want to bring your attention to the funding rate, which can be found on the top right here. Okay. Now the funding rate is essentially a rolling fee that you incur every 8 hours. You either incur this fee or you get the fee. Okay. It's either the shorts paying the longs or the longs paying the shorts. The longs are paying the shorts if this number on top here is a positive number. However, the shorts pay the long if this number on top here is a negative number. Okay, and you incur or you get this fee every 8 hours depending on which side of the trade you're on. All right, so now that we've gone over all the key variables of an open short position on the Bitget exchange, we can actually go ahead and close out this position now. Now, if you guys have any questions on the short position that we just put on, make sure to mention in the comment section below, and I'll try and get to your questions in a timely order. And if there's any other feature on the Bitget exchange that you want me to cover, make sure to let me know about that too in the comment section. And hey, if you like this one, smash the like button, and yeah, hit the subscribe as well as the bell icon. That way you are notified every time we're out. And with this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, guys.